Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Uzo. If today is your first time here, welcome and I hope you enjoyed the video. On this channel I share makeup tutorials and transformations. So if you're interested in learning anything makeup, this is the channel for you. This video is going to be something different. It's going to be talking about 1 year later in the UK. So it's been 1 year we got here. We're going to be talking about our experience, the challenges we faced, and just I'll walk you through on our journey this past year. If you're interested in something like this, please stay tuned, don't go anywhere, and I'll see you in the video. So we left Nigeria on the 20th of March 2022, and when I say we, I mean my husband and I. And very soon it's going to be 20th of March 2023, which makes it 1 year of us being in this country. And yeah, this 1 year has been full of ups and downs and struggles and not so much struggle and everything in between. So I'm just going to be breaking it down from when we landed to this particular moment. Watch this video to the end. Give me a thumbs up if you end up enjoying it, and yeah, let's just go right into it. Notice my face is swollen. Just ignore it. I had my teeth removed recently, so it's still swollen. And if you hear any noise in the background, it's just my baby making noise, so ignore that also. Yeah, let's just get right into it now. For real. We're here on the 30th of March 2022, and we landed on the 21st, and that was on a Sunday. And yeah, that's how the journey started. Lucky for us, we had relatives here. We just stayed with my auntie and her family, so it wasn't difficult for us when we got here, because I know some people when they get here they start struggling with accommodation, finding house, or even some people find houses from Nigeria and it's not the easiest thing to do. But for us, we had the advantage of family member being here, so we just stayed here until we could figure ourselves out. And we started looking for our own jobs there from their house. When I started looking for jobs, I was like, every morning I will apply to different organizations. Like every day, I did minimum of 30 applications every day, just looking for a job. Every morning I just lie on the bed and be applying to all the companies, applying. So finally I got like 3 interviews in one day. I got 3 interviews in one day, 2 for care assistant job and 1 for customer service. So I did 2 because we wanted to go for the 3rd one, but we ended up just going the wrong way. The boss just took us to somewhere else, and before you know it, like the interview time was already up, and I'm like, I don't have strength again, let's just go back. I already did 2 interviews, hopefully those ones will come true. So I did 2 interviews, 1 for care, 1 for customer service, and I got the 1 for customer service. Like immediately I left the office, like 30 minutes later, they just called me and was like, oh, you got the job. I was so happy that day. I remember being on the road and I'm like, thank you. I was really happy. And mind you, this happened like, let me say 3 weeks or 2 weeks of us being in this country. I already got that job. By this, I was saying 3 weeks of us being here, I got that job. But with this, I didn't start immediately, so I had to wait for some time for the resumption date first for me to start. When I was in Nigeria, I had done my research, and everybody was like, oh, when you go to the UK, so you're going to get a care job that is very easy to get. And oh my god, I really knew I didn't want to do care jobs, like in my mind, but I just went like, okay, if it comes to care job, I'll do it. I started that job in April, so now we had to find an accommodation. So we started looking. I didn't really look for accommodation. My husband took care of that. He was looking for accommodation, and finally he got one accommodation. You know, here they do this student accommodation thing. So he got a student accommodation. It was really affordable. So we got that one, and that was how we thought we had gotten accommodation. So when I say student accommodation, I mean all these shared apartments where you have your room and your bathroom, but you will share the kitchen. But we didn't know that as a married couple, you cannot stay in a shared apartment. It's not allowed. So that was how we were in the room the first night. The landlord came and was like, I saw you with a lady. You entered the way she was saying it, I was just in the room listening to them. It's not allowed, it's not allowed. He was like, oh, okay, I didn't know it wasn't allowed. Okay, so she now left. The next day, he sent a mail that, that lady you saw me with, it's not my girlfriend though, it's my wife. I'm actually married. Oh, the woman was not like, oh, I'm so sorry, but you cannot stay in this house. It's not allowed because of council and all that. And he's like, okay, that we have to start looking for another accommodation. And I'm like, what? The stress. So we just stayed 1 month in that accommodation in the student apartment, and we had to find another place. And I'm done with this makeup like this. So that was how the woman told us that we couldn't stay there. And look, I wanted to tell my husband, I told you so, because I told you so. So that was how we had to move out from that student accommodation. He started looking for another house. He was very involved in this time because we didn't have time. We had to move out. The other time we were at my auntie's house. We were not in any hurry to leave the house. But this time around, we had to leave when our rent was due and the time was coming. Like 1 week, we've not seen anything. 1 week to the time it was due, we've not yet seen any accommodation. I was panicking. Like, I'm like, is this how I'm going to tell the streets in this country? This woman would throw us out of this house. And this house, what are we going to do? I was so like, that period, if you see me, I would just be like, oh, we've not seen house. But 2 days before our expiry, like the day we were supposed to leave the house, we actually got something else. And sorry my love, the way the thing happened, I don't even know, but we found something and we moved into another accommodation. This one is a service apartment. It had everything inside there, so we didn't have to buy anything. So we just moved into this apartment and we were there for the longest time. So the service apartment was just a small house. Some of my videos were filmed in that house. That was where I mustered the courage to start my YouTube channel. So guys, I forgot to mention that when we came to the UK match, I was already 2 months pregnant. So the whole moving around and looking for houses and looking for jobs with my whole pregnant condition, it was not the easiest thing to do, but God saw us through and we were able to do everything. We had to register in the hospital, going for antenatal. Like that wasn't really difficult to do. Once someone that was already here put us through on how to go about it, we just went to the GP, registered, and they'll just send me texts like, oh, come for your appointment. At a point, I'm like, these people just use appointment to kill me. I'm tired. They've made appointment. But I guess that's normal, just to make sure the baby's okay and the baby's growing well. So that was how everything just lined up in place. Like this place, if you just come and the system has a way of like putting things in order, you don't have to like go out of your way to do things. It really made my life easy, and my office people, they were also very, very helpful. Anytime I had appointments, I'll just tell my manager, I have an appointment today. They'll just put me off and they just give me time to go for my appointment. And that time they actually paid me for the time, because apparently they pay for appointments in that office. So that was also very helpful. Apparently when you have a baby, you cannot stay in a service apartment. It's just for 2 people. We had to look for another house, like a bigger house. This was the toughest time of my life. Looking for the house in August, and we didn't find any house. Apparently then there was this housing crisis going on in the UK. For this house, looking for house. Oh my god, that was the most stressful thing I've ever done. This one I went for. Immediately I went downstairs, I called them. In my mind, I'm like, I'm being a sharp girl. Let me go and call them immediately before other people come and call them. Immediately I called them, they were like, I have to send you a form. You have to fill it, then we'll vet you. I sent the form. I didn't hear back from these people. Apparently someone else already took the house. Like, it was the most stressful thing. You go for this viewing, you even go for one, and the house not even make sense. My due date was on the 26th of October. So I worked until 2 weeks to that date, just so that I keep myself active, so that I'll have a smooth birth. You'll hear different stories now. They'll come and take your child. If they see that you're in this place, they'll come and take your child. You don't want to give birth to your child here before they'll come and take it. I'm like, oh my god, after struggling with this baby for 9 months, they'll now come and take the child because I did not find out. Mama, let me talk now. What's the problem? Very very serious until finally we now found a house. And we found this house in November actually, and my due date was in like October. But thank God, I feel like my baby was just waiting for us to settle. She didn't want to stress us, she didn't want anything. But finally in the end, I now found out that nobody's going to touch your child if you stay in the service apartment. To the extent that I had to ask my GP, like, ma, we are looking for house, but we stay in the service apartment. How was it going to happen? The man was like, no, everything is fine. You can stay there. That the only time they'll be concerned about the baby is when the baby is 6 months and someone comes and feels like the baby doesn't have any, like the place is not conducive for baby. That's when they'll take the baby. But for now, anywhere the mom is, that's where the baby can stay. I'm like, okay. So that calmed me a little bit. I know people have like horror stories of being abroad, but like me, I've not really had that experience, and I think I thank God for it, because before me and my husband left Nigeria, we used to pray. Hey, you know what this is about? Couple that pray together. Really, like, prayer works. Like, anytime anything wants to do as if it wants to be tight, like God just shows up and shows out, and everything just works out smoothly. And that's our experience here. The only way we are going back to Nigeria is to visit my mommy and my sisters and my brothers and my aunties, because I miss them so much. Yeah, and I think if I have another baby, I'm going back to Nigeria, because I cannot do this alone. So Bugatti is not easy. It's not easy at all. Tell me about your experience in the comment section. Was it difficult for you to do anything? Was it difficult for you to get an apartment? Was it difficult for you to get a job? Was it difficult for you to share with me in the comment section? I would like to hear your experience. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.